Nobody remembers. So what we'll do is we'll start with the question that we did last time. Let's see how many of you get it right. Okay, so we'll start with this. You need to share your answer. You can share your answer in the chat window. You can send a direct message to me. Okay, so I have two responses. Three responses. Okay, waiting for a few more responses. Can one of you explain your answer? People who have shared your answers. Can one of you explain?
Did do that.
Sure.
Yeah, what I did is that what is the probability that the product XY won't be divisible by 3? So for that, right, in the set A, there are total 8 numbers that won't be divisible by 3. And so that is the favorable cases divided by total numbers is
And
21.
set A, sorry, set A.
There are 8 numbers from
8.
10 to 20, 8 numbers from 10 to 21 that aren't divisible by 3.
Not divisible by 3. Okay.
And
Okay.
the total numbers are 12 from 10 to 21 inclusive.
Right.
So yeah, and in set B, there are total 28 numbers that aren't divisible by 3.
Right.
And total numbers are 41. So yeah, the probability that the product XY won't be divisible by 3 is 8 by 12. Into 28 by 41. Yeah. And I subtracted it from 1.
Okay.
Because yeah, the probability on XY not divisible by 3 plus XY divisible by 3, it will be equal to 1. So,
Right. Yeah. So
so
this
I got,
one way we solved it the last time, right?
yeah, this is easier method.
Yeah. I think we solved it a couple of other ways, but essentially,
Yeah, but then
so-
but then the chances are like I'll miss the cases in those cases. So it's better to go through this way actually. Yeah.
which is fine. So for solving this question, this is the easiest way. But if your objective is to learn, then we should
Um,
try to do it other ways also. Okay. Uh, so yeah, so this is the answer. I think most of you got this right. I think Shivangi has a different answer. Shivangi, you had a different answer?
Yeah, I think I am not sure what did I do. So basically, what I did was I took four multiples of 3 between 10 to 20,
1 second.
and
Let
then I
copy
took,
paste. 1 second. Yeah, tell me. So in set A, you took 4 multiples of A, which is fine. Yeah.
and then in the other one, there were 13, yeah, 13 multiples of 3
Right.
out of 41.
Which is correct.
And
Pick
then I had to do uh, 4 are common
your
between them.
comment. Okay, so
So basically, we are taking one situation where we are taking multiple x is multiple of 3 and y is not, and then y is multiple of 3 and x is not, and then uh, in which both will be included. I think no, but then I'm also thinking there will be more cases.
there are only three
I'm not sure.
possibilities. There are only 3 possibilities in the way you are thinking. One is uh, probability x divisible by 3 and y not, plus probability x not and y divisible,
Mhm.
plus x divisible and y divisible. Right? तो आप ये दोनों तो बोल ही रहे थे. This is another case that is possible. If both are all divisible by 3, then also xy will be divisible by 3, right?
Right. Yeah.
And there is no overlap between these 3 cases. These are all separate cases. because you're saying if x divisible by 3 and y not, so naturally there is no overlap between x naught and y divisible by 3. These are completely
Right.
separate
Yeah.
cases. No overlap. Similarly, this is also completely separate in which both are divisible. So there is no overlap between any of these. So you don't need to subtract anything.
Got it. Yeah.
So then, and these are independent events, right? Whether x is
Yeah.
divisible by y does not change whether y is divisible by 3 or not, right? So this
Yeah.
is becomes x divisible by 3 into y not divisible by 3. Similarly for others also, right?
Yeah.
X and y are independent events, right?
Got it.
No? Does the
Yes. I think I don't know. I just thought there are overlapping, but now I realize that there are no overlapping cases.
yeah. So the probability that x is divisible by 3, what is the probability that x is divisible by 3?
Flow by flow.
Right. And what is the probability y is not divisible by 3?
28 by 14.
Right. And then x is not is 8 by 12
Right.
plus both is 4
4
by
by 2.
12, right? Right.
Yes.
So in these two, you can take this common 13 by 41. So you'll have 8 plus 4 by 12, which is 1. Essentially, you have 4 by 12, which is 1 by 3 into 28 by 41 plus 13 by 41. Right?
Right.
So yeah, 28 plus 39 by 123.
Got it.
So you can do it this way, or you can do it this way, the way Soumyadeep did. That you think about the case in which xy will not be divisible by 3. So the only cases in which both x and y are not divisible by 3. So there is only one case there. Then it becomes very easy. Then you just subtract it from 1.
Yeah, I think this way is easier.
Yeah. We also did this question in the last session. Were you not there?
Yeah, I couldn't be there. And I didn't get time because I was in between some job change. But I will go through that recording once.
Yeah. So we actually solved this question 2-3 ways. This was one of the
Okay.
ways we solved this the last time. But I think we did not solve it this way. This is a new way that we have solved this time. Right? People who are there, can you confirm?
Yes,
This?
sir. This is the new way.
Yeah.
Yes, CJ.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kancha.
So my question was basically, would we have to manually find out this 28 number out of the 41 which are not divisible by 3? Or is there like a pattern or a short form to identify?
So there is there is a pattern naturally because you are looking for multiples of 3. So you're looking for multiples of 3 in this.
Yeah.
So you know that, so 10, 11, 12, and then after that, every third number is a multiple of 3, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So the formula to calculate this is you look at the first number and the last number.
Hmm.
It is a difference of 36. You divide that by 3.
3. Okay.
You have to add 1 to this. For example, between 12 and 15, there are just two numbers, right?
Yeah.
15 minus 12 by 3 is 3 by 3, which is 1. But you add 1.
Right. Got it.
Basically, this gives you the which all numbers lie after 12, but you need to include 12 also. So that's why you add 1.
Right.
So whatever multiple you're looking at, let's say here we are looking at multiples of 3. So you look at the first multiple in the list and the last multiple, do the subtraction, divide by 3.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're looking for multiples of 7 or any number, look
Hmm.
at the first and then you look at the last, subtract, divide by that 7.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah. So that would show like once you divide it by the number, it shows like how many times it would repeat. And then you include the first number, basically adding 1. So you get the total number of multiples.
Multiples, yeah.
Got it.
And then the remaining are non-multiples of 3.
Yeah, I always used to wonder how people do it so fast, and I just couldn't get it. Like I would try to find patterns. Yeah,
Right.
this makes sense.
Cool. Any other questions, doubts? Okay. So now we'll do a variation of this. And that was the reason we started with this question, because I'm going to cover variations, a couple of variations of this question that will clarify some other concepts of probability. Okay, so let's do this variation now. Okay. Again, you need to share your answer in the chat window. Take your time. You have 3 to 5 minutes, whatever time it takes to get some reasonable number of answers. Okay. 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 Different answers. Okay, great. So let's start with Nilesh. Would you like to share how you went about it?
Yes, yes.
You have changed your answer. Also,
Yeah, I forgot one prime number 49. Wait, sorry. Okay,
ठीक है.
so my bad. The first one is my preferred answer.
So,
11. The first one which I gave, that is the answer.
so you can explain me. Yeah.
Yeah. So my understanding of the second session, statement, which is the additional, is that y is a prime number.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, my initial approach was for set A.
Uh-huh.
So for set A, the 12 numbers would be from 10 to 21.
Yeah.
Of which the ones divisible by 3 would be 12, 15, 18, and 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in the second set B, out of the 41 numbers, there will be 11 prime numbers.
Okay.
11, 13, 17, 19 to 47.
Hmm. Right.
Okay, so I have done calculation mistake. Now, to get the answer, what I did is 4 into 11.
So are there 11 prime numbers? I am not sure. Anybody else calculated the number of primes?
Yes, sir. 11 for me also.
ठीक है.
Yes.
ठीक है. Yeah. Yeah, Nilesh, go ahead.
Now, to calculate the answer, I had to do 4 into 11 divided by. Ideally, I wanted to do 12 into 41, but by mistake, I did 12 into 43.
Into what?
So, in my calculations, I have done 12 into 43. So, 4 into 11, 4 into 11. That is the numbers which will be divisible by 3 with that condition. 4 into 11 would be,
Right.
yeah, so it should be 12 into 41, but I think I have done 12 into 43. So, that could be the mistake.
Any reason why 43? Or...
No, I don't recalculate. 1 minute, I'll see 12 into 43. No, I think it's my bad.
Okay.
So it should be this only. So 3 is 11 divided by 123.
Okay.
After I was analyzing this question again, I thought 49 is also a prime number. I included that in it.
Okay.
And then I went to 4 by 43.
I see. I see. Okay. Sure. Hmm. ठीक है. Shivangi, how did you go about it?
So basically, I took this only approach first, but then after thinking, so in set there are four numbers divisible by three, and then in Y we have to take prime numbers, but for me, so in set B we just have to take prime numbers only. So it will be 11 upon 11.
Why?
So 4 upon
Why
because
11?
Y because Y has no factor Z such as this is. So Y is only prime number.
Correct.
So out of those set is the prime number only. So we have to pick one from that.
Set is prime. Set is B. It could be 10 to 50, no?
No, Y is a prime number. So the Y that we are selecting should be one of those 11 numbers only.
And X has to be divisible by 3, right? Then why are you not
So
doing
yeah, so
why are you not doing 4 by 4 then?
uh, because Z is chosen randomly from set A,
Z.
sorry, Y, X is chosen randomly from set A, and the Y number does not have like this. Y is a prime number only.
Yeah, and
So
X is divisible by 3 only. No?
no, XY is divisible by 3. So we'll take a scenario where in X, we are making XY divisible by 3. So we'll take uh, a scenario where XY is divisible by 3. So in that way, we can find numbers from X which are divisible by 3, but Y can be anything and Y, none of the prime numbers are divisible by 3. So there is only one scenario. If we try to, like the last time I made multiple scenario where X is divisible by 3 and Y is not, and Y is divisible by 3 and X is not. So there are not three, there is only one where X is divisible by 3 and Y is not. And in X, there are 4 numbers out of 12, and Y just has a set of 11 numbers because those are only prime numbers. I
You
don't know, maybe this was good.
need to select a prime number, but Y is a set only prime numbers.
Because we have been told that uh, X has Y has no other factors.
It's
The
same as
condition.
same as Y is
Yeah.
prime. So don't, yeah, let's not again talk about it. Just that Y is prime. That is the probability we need to calculate that
So
X is,
we will, so, no.
yeah.
So we will just select from those prime numbers.
So that's why we are
We
picking.
have just,
So only 11 are favorable cases for us because we need to ensure Y is prime, right? I'm
but we will,
fine with this 11. Now you are saying
we
denominator
will,
has to be 11. That is what you need to explain.
but we will only be, there are only total of 11 cases only that we can select from, because Y cannot be any other number that is not prime. That was what I thought. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. A lot of people actually wrote 1 by 3, which is 4 by 12 as the answer. Anyone else would like to explain why it should be 11 by 11, not 11 by 41?
So can I try?
Yeah, of course.
Sir, I considered the case where X is divisible by 3 into Y not divisible by 3. So the first scenario where X is divisible by 3, it is 4 by 12. And into, so Y has to be a prime number. And since there are 11 prime numbers in Y, and out of those 11 prime numbers, Y does not have to be divisible by 3. And all of those 11 prime numbers are not divisible by 3. So I considered 11 by 11.
So but why is the denominator 11? Are you picking Y out only of prime numbers, or Y is
Yeah.
randomly chosen from set B?
So I reduced the Y set to 11 numbers, thinking that their own prime numbers are only 11. And out of that, how many are divisible by 3?
But then you can
So
do
none of them are divisible by 3.
it for X also. That X has to be divisible by 3. So essentially you can pick X only out of those 4 numbers, no? You're making sure that X is divisible by 3, no?
Mm-hmm.
Then X has to be out of those 4 numbers only. 12, 15, 18, and 21, right?
Hmm.
So why not 4 by 4 then?
Sir, out of those prime numbers, we have to pick how many of them are divisible by 3 is what I.
Out of prime number, nothing is divisible by 3 out of prime number. Y is supposed to be a prime number. X is supposed to be a multiple of 3. So there are 11 prime numbers, 4x multiple of 3. And you're picking X out of 12 numbers. You're picking Y out of 41 numbers because 10 to 50. So this is consistent. What you are saying is, in case of X, I'll keep it 4 by 12. But in case of Y, I'll make it 11 by 11. But my point is, if it's making 11 by 11, why not? Why are you not making 4 out of 4 here?
Hmm.
So let's forget this question. So let's actually talk about another variation of this question. Let's say I create this variation. Now, what will be the answer? And all of you can share your answers. Okay. Okay. So again, variety of answers. Okay, so let's start with Abhishek. Would you like to share how you went about it?
Yes, sir. So there's only so X should be divisible by 3. That's only the requirement, and Y could be anything.
Why?
So we have to choose randomly from set A and sorry, I think I went. Just give me a second. I think I went too quickly from the question. I didn't read it properly.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Khushbu, can you share how you went about it?
Yes, CJ. So here we are supposed to do probability that the product X is divisible by 3. So so there are 4 cases out of 12 from set A,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And because we need to do only for X only, because you mentioned X is divisible by 3, so 4 by 12 would be the answer.
You're not interested in this condition?
Because because earlier you mentioned that product X is divisible by 3 and there is no product from X to any other.
Sorry. This word will definitely not make sense then. Sorry, I forgot to remove this. So essentially then, this is the question, that X is divisible by 3 and Y has no factor. Naturally, there is no product here. I forgot to remove that word.
Okay, then 4 by 12 into
So there are 11 primes, by the way.
11, yeah. So 4 by 12 would be from set A, like number which are divisible by 3. But from set B, we are supposed to consider only prime numbers. So 11 prime numbers and nobody is divisible by 3. So anyways, so multiple, anyways, this X would be divisible by 3. So 4 by 12 into 11 by 41.
41. 11 by 123. This is just 1 by 3 and this is. That's what you're saying?
I'm just thinking that 11 by 41 would be required or also no, because you mentioned X is divisible by 3 and Y. Yes, sure.
Okay. So yeah, Nilesh, what's your answer?
Initially, what I did was, so I'm considering in terms of probability. We are given set A and set B, and of this set, we need to select numbers which have these conditions. It's either divisible from set A, it is divisible by 3, which is 4 elements, and in set B, 11 out of 41. So I added 4 and 11,
Yeah.
which is 15,
Which is?
and 15, 4
Plus-
plus 11.
You did 4 plus 11.
Yes, and
Right.
the total set as 10 to 50, which is 41.
Okay.
10 to 50, sorry. Total
Yeah.
numbers are 10 to 50.
41.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was my approach.
So why are you adding, not multiplying?
So for condition 1 X, X is the number chosen randomly from set A. Okay. And what is Y is a number chosen randomly from set B. If it was given as X is no. Adding, because from both the sets we have considered this 4 and 11 elements. So both these conditions would make it satisfied if X is divisible by 3 या फिर
Yeah, फिर. Is there an or there?
it is an and. Okay.
Hmm. So Kansha, you also did this way?
Yeah, I also did it the same way. I did read the word and I thought, so I did not take it as independent events. It is something that would happen together. So it could be all the numbers that are divisible by 3 in set A are 4, and all prime numbers in set B are 11. And then the total universe of numbers, because set A is like a subset of set B. So the denominator would be set B, which is 41, is what I thought. But I do also have this would be one thing that I would think about, and the next approach would be like, since it's and, it could be an intersection of divisible by 3 and a prime, and the denominators would still be 41. So those are the only two options that I could like I would say my answer would be.
So okay, but so you don't see any problem with this. You see that this is one way and the other is another way.
Yeah, I think this is the right approach. I don't think we have to multiply it right now.
Okay. When do we have to multiply?
We need to multiply when we're considering them one after the other and not like all happening at once. Maybe
So
like first, if we take only x and then we take only y and then we just multiply them together to see what could be the probabilities. For this, since there's no product happening as such, we together taking x and y at the same time. I thought this would be the right approach.
hmm. Okay. So let's say if instead x can be out of these two numbers and y is also out of these two numbers. And I'm looking for a probability that x is 1 and y is 1. What will you do? Y can be out of these two numbers and x can also be out of these two numbers.
Yeah. If I do follow the same approach that I've used, I would do 2.
1 plus 1 by 2,
Yeah.
which is 1.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Why it doesn't make sense?
Because the probability can't be 1 for one part of the event happening. It could be, there are more cases where x could be 2 and y could be 1, and where y could be 2 and x could be 1. So
Yeah.
this does not show the universe correctly.
But what is the problem with this? You can understand the answer is nonsensical.
Yeah.
So there must be some problem. What is the problem?
Yeah.
What is the problem? So we put plus when there is an or that we want this or we want this. This is a again there is a reason why we put why there is addition when there is or, but essentially this is the very foundation of counting in a way or probability. When there is an or, then we add. When there is an and, then we multiply.
Right.
Okay, so you're right now here adding, but there is no or here.
Yeah. But if I would have considered and in that sense, then also my mind would have been like intersection of 3 and prime, which is not possible. So it would be 0. So I'm just getting confused here
हाँ
on,
हाँ तो अगर वो जीरो तब होगा जब when the question is x is divisible by 3 and x is prime, then there is zero intersection because there is no number which is prime also between 10
yeah,
and 50 and also multiple of 3. But there are two different numbers involved here. we want x to be divisible by 3 and we want y to be prime.
Yeah.
Both the
That
cases
is where,
is
yeah,
satisfied.
that is where I got confused. Matlab, I couldn't differentiate that part. Matlab, I know that and is supposed to be multiplied and or is supposed to be added. But कि ये अलग सेट है तो वो मतलब did not register.
Right. ठीक है. Yeah, Abhishek.
So there's a, I don't know I'm right or wrong. So we have to select from two sets, set A and set B. But we are asked about the probability of set A. Why is that the probability? Why is the probability that x is divisible by 3? So it's only x is x, we have to choose it from set A.
हाँ.
So हमें तो सिर्फ probability सिर्फ set A की ही नहीं पूछ रहे, that is x which is divisible by that will be 4/12.
तो ये पार्ट क्या इनविजिबल है आपको मतलब?
नहीं सर, इनविजिबल तो नहीं है, बट हमें पूछ रहे कि व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट x इज डिविजिबल बाय 3.
तो वहाँ पे क्वेश्चन मार्क लग गया उसके बाद.
नो फैक्टर. बट सर फिर हम, नहीं सर, यस सर.
Okay, so we are looking for probability that x is, so we are looking for this specific case in which x is divisible by 3 and we're also looking for a specific y. Okay, we are not happy with any y, we want a specific y also. Okay, so if I, let's say another variation, let's create. अच्छा. Okay. So here these things. So let's just focus on this. That's indeed the question was this. Then what will be the answer? Okay. 3 responses so far. So Nikita, how did you solve it?
And so I considered x is divisible by 3, so 4/12. And I've assumed then y is not divisible by 3, so
Why?
28.
Why?
Because only x is divisible by 3.
Only कहाँ बोला है? Only कहाँ बोला?
So in this scenario, what will we take for y?
Like, is there a constraint on y? We want a specific kind of y?
No,
We can
then
take
y can be anything than 1.
yeah. No?
Okay.
Yeah. So Abhishek, आपने कैसे करा? You are getting an answer greater than 1.
Sorry, sir, I added instead.
अच्छा.
Sorry.
ठीक है. So yeah. So the answer is 1/3. It's 4/12. Because there is only constraint on x. So we are looking for a specific x. How many x satisfy? 4x. And how many x are possible? 12. So 4/12. There is no constraint in y, so that doesn't count. Now, if you go above and you see between these two questions, here we have a constraint on y as well. So the probability should go down, right? When there is no constraint on y, then we have a 1/3 chance of this happening. But now we also have a constraint on y. We are not happy with any y. We are looking for specific y's. In this case, we were happy with all 41 y's. In this case, we are happy with only 11 of those y's. So the other cases are unfavorable for us. So the probability should come down, no? Okay, so this is the answer. The 4/12 is you are making x divisible by 3, and 11/41 is you are making y a prime number. Yeah, Nilesh.
CJ, I understand your point. It has been clarified, but I'll just explain how my initial this answer came up. What I was thinking. If you can point out some flaws in it, then it will be great. So what I thought was of we have given two sets, set A, set B. It has all these numbers. Now to get the probability answer, what I thought was, as we say that probability is variable conditions divided by all conditions. So in this case, what I thought was, I have a set A out of which favorable condition is 4 elements out of 12, and set B in which 11 out of 41. So the numerator I considered as 4 plus 11, and in denominator what I did was, we
Hold
need
on.
to consider set A, set B both.
पहले तो 4 + 11 कैसे हो रहा है वो? That I don't know.
I thought this as a complete set, मतलब दोनों set A, set B मिला लेने हैं.
So you are saying कि let's say ये so मेरे favorable cases ये हैं. So let's say
हाँ.
hold on 18, 21, then 11, 13, 17 and so on. This is your favorable case.
एक कंडीशन के लिए हाँ हाँ वो है.
नहीं नहीं
सेकंड कंडीशन के लिए
ये तो आपने इकट्ठा ही कर दिया ना उसको 12,
हाँ
15,
हाँ 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 बेसिकली
11.
हाँ
We are
हाँ
listing all of them together now. So 4
हाँ
plus,
yes
right? So
and
which
then yes
these are favorable for what? So x can take any of these 15 values, or y can take any of these 15 values.
no, so coming to this point of my understanding of this question, if we think it this way, कि x and y दोनों condition satisfy होनी चाहिए, तो वैसे एक भी condition नहीं है. If we consider it this way, x is divisible by 3 and y has such factor.
हाँ वो तो ठीक है.
बोथ कंडीशंस मीट होनी चाहिए, तो किसी भी इसमें वो आएगा ही नहीं ना फिर. टोटल नंबर्स 10 to 50 में से.
क्या नहीं आया?
If you consider both the condition, y is x is divisible by 3 and y has no such factor. If you are
Right.
considering this case, matlab the number should be divisible by 3 and prime number also.
वो तो कोई है ही नहीं यहाँ पे.
हाँ ठीक है, it has been cleared out. मतलब वो सेट की इसकी वजह से मुझे थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन होता है. and this understanding that we need to take favorable conditions and all the conditions. So I'm considering 10 to 50 all the numbers. उसमें से ये specific numbers select करने हैं. That was how I came up with this. But I understand now this is not how it should be done. So
Why should it not be done this way?
because there is a prerequisite that X is specifically chosen from set A only and Y is chosen from set B only. And set A, set B, both are different conditions. So what we are doing here is we are considering one probability, which is X is divisible by 3 from set A. And the second statement follows the other part, that is Y has no such factor from set B.
Yeah. Yeah.
हाँ ये clarify हो गया. Thank you.
Any other questions here? So now let's look at these two questions. Why should these two have different answers? Is there any reason that these two should have a different answer?
Because there's that the product of xy is divisible, there's another constraint.
So the X is divisible by 3, it will be taken care of, no?
So no, we have to think about x into y now.
But if X is divisible by 3, then X into Y will always be divisible by 3, no?
Sorry.
Is divisible by 3,
Yes,
then,
sir.
then XY will always be divisible by 3, no? Why is it different?
Because there will be more cases क्योंकि x into y is divisible by 3. So
But
if x is divisible, y could be anything.
why to
The-
prime? You have to make sure Y is prime. No?
So if x is divisible by 3, y could be. So no, x into y is divisible by 3 and y is nothing to the same.
Anybody would like to explain if you have a reason why the answers should be different? Yeah, Nilesh.
Sir, I feel answer shouldn't be different. It should be the same.
It will. Okay. I'm asking from people who believe that the answer should be different. So these two situations are the same. In the first case, also xy is divisible by 3 and y is a prime number. You have to ensure both. So if you have to ensure both, that means you have to take x divisible by 3, because only then will xy be divisible by 3, because you are ensuring also that y is a prime number. In the second case, it is just x divisible by 3 and y is prime number. So both are the same situation. So the answer should be the same. So this is the answer. Product xy divisible by 3 and y is prime. To ensure both, you have to put a constraint on x that x is divisible by 3. So this is the constraint you are putting, 4 by 12. And then you're putting a constraint on y that it should be a prime. But y is a number randomly chosen from set B. So there are 41 possibilities, but you're only interested in 11 possibilities. So 11 by 41. So it's 11 by 123. Questions, confusions, doubts?
Hi, CJ.
Yep.
Still, I am thinking it should be different, but I am not sure why. I'm not able to accept this, uh, I, considering both are the same scenario, X, Y, and X. Okay, I have another question. Let's say if there is no condition of this prime number, okay, then what would be this? Uh,
Then we have already solved the question.
okay. And in this question also, let's say if X is divisible by 3, then the same. Okay. Understood. Got it.
Okay. So let's now talk about another variation that might confuse you more or that might help you understand more. So again, you need to share your answer in the chat window. So I'll give you a couple of more minutes. Take your time. You may want to review your answers, people who have already submitted the answers. Okay. The summary, how did you do it?
Yeah, so I basically considered the number of favorable cases in X, which is 4 by 12. And
This from
since
set,
yes,
there
we
are
set a,
possible.
and the numbers that are divisible by 3, there are 4 numbers which are divisible by 3.
Right.
And it says that Y is a number chosen randomly from set B and Y has no factor. So it basically says that Y is a prime number.
Right.
So it's again 11 by 41.
41.
Sorry,
I 41.
because the total numbers in set B is 41.
So can Y be
So
anything?
no, Y needs to be a prime number.
Yeah. So then why are you taking 41?
No, I said 11 by 41.
But why are you doing it for by 41? Can y be any number out of 41? Is the total number of cases for y 41?
No, yeah. So it should be 11 by 11, I guess.
So basically, the total number of cases possible for y is 11.
Yeah, 11 by 11.
And then we see that there uh, so this is the possibility. And now we need to make xy divisible by 3.
So it should be 4 by 12 into 11 by 11.
So the only way, because y can never be divisible by 3, so the only thing is x divisible by 3. And then you don't care about y. Because y could be any prime number. Right? So x divisible by 3 is 4 by 12. And y is 11 by 11. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now possibly we can bring these two together. Not sure how, whether it's readable, but essentially now you can see the difference is in the first case, y is a number randomly chosen from set B. So y could be any of the 41 numbers. And now we need to calculate probability for a specific y, which is that y is a prime number. In the second case, we are given that y is a number randomly chosen, but we are also given that y is prime. So then essentially the total number of cases for y has been limited even before we calculate probability for anything. Y cannot be any 41 number. Y is a prime number out of those 41. So y is just 11 out of 11 numbers. So there are only 11 cases possible in the second case. And now then we have a question that what is the probability xy is divisible by 3. But before you look at the question, you need to see what are the possible values of y. Here before the question, there are 41 possible values of y. And then in the question, you are only interested in 11 of those. In the second case, before the question, there are only 11 values of y possible. And you are interested in all 11 because you don't care all 11. You have already ensured that x is divisible by 3. So y could be anything. That is the difference. Questions, confusions, doubts? Yeah, Shivangi.
Uh, Sir, but I have a confusion that in both the questions, it's just same things that are written. It's just that the um, probably one half of a sentence is put at the last and then in between. But isn't that is what it's trying to say? I mean, how the sequence of the statement would change the answer because I think I haven't come across that before. So, uh, wouldn't it still mean that y has no factor z such that in both the cases, how does the situation completely changes?
Situation is different because, so for example, let me create another case. What is the answer to this question? Shivangi,
Yes, sir.
what is the answer to this question?
X is an odd.
Sorry?
There's only 5, and it's divisible by 5. 1.
Yeah. And what is the answer to the second question?
X is an odd number. 4 and 6. So there is just one number between 4 and 6, that is 5, and that is still odd and
We include
divisible by 5. Oh, oh, yeah, I
this
think now the answer will change.
नहीं दोनों में inclusive ही है
It will be,
नहीं नहीं first tell me the answer to the first.
X is enough. It's 1 by 3.
This is 1 by 3. Is that what you're saying?
It's, yes, it's odd and divisible. Second one is 1.
Answer is different.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think we narrowed down what X is in the second statement. No, no, X is an odd number between. What is the probability that X is divisible by 5? X. Just a second. Yes. I think the first one is 1 and the other one, the next one is 1 by 3.
Okay,
I'm getting with that.
sure.
Because I think that X, in second one, X can be any number between 4 and 6, between 4 and 6. And then it's introducing that, then it's narrowing down what's the probability of X. It just should be odd and divisible by 5. And in the first one, X is already an odd number. So we just have one odd number. And then it's probability that X is divisible by 5, that still remains 1 upon 1, because the denominator is also 1 because it's only 5.
Right. So here also we are just flipping odd from one place to the other. Still the answer is changing. No?
Right.
So that is the same case there.
Got it.
Any questions?
Got it. Got it.
Any other questions, doubts? Yeah, Khushbu.
CJ, can you also introduce some variation with dependent events in this particular case so that our concept will be more clear? Because now I'm able to relate the difference between these 2-3 variations.
But dependent element, I think we talked about in the last session. Were you there?
Yes, I was there, but if we consider here, then
यार मुझे पता नहीं कैसे डिपेंडेंट बनाओ, कैसे बनाए डिपेंडेंट? एक्स और मतलब ये तो एक्स और वाई तो वैसे ही इंडिपेंडेंट ही रहेंगे बिकॉज चूजिंग देम सेपरेटली. यहाँ पे we don't.
fine, in this question we can't make it right.
Yeah. If you have a specific question that you want me to address, you can bring it. But I don't think I can make it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, got it.
Hmm. I'm just trying to find a question. Okay, so let me actually do this one. Just pasting the question. Why can't I see myself? Hmm. Okay. Everyone has the same answer. No excitement here. So, yeah, a chain is comprised of 10 identical links, each of which has a 1% chance of breaking under a certain load. So each uh, link can break with the probability of 0.01. If the failure of any individual link means the failure of the entire chain, so if any link fails, the entire chain fails, commonsensically. What is the probability that the chain will fail? So probability the chain will fail is essentially probability at least one link fails. Right? So you need to add up all the probabilities. One link will fail, two links will fail, three links will fail, four links will fail, and so on. Or you can do that 1 minus p, zero link will fail. So no link will fail. So what is the probability that no link fails? So first link doesn't fail, second doesn't fail, third doesn't fail, fourth doesn't fail, and so on. Right? So probability of a link not failing is 0.99. So you multiply that 0.99 into 0.99 into 0.99 10 times. This is what you get. Any questions? Any doubts here? No doubts? Yeah, Nilesh.
So if we had to go with the without this approach, is there any alternate approach to this? Initially, what I was planning was I was thinking maybe 1 divided by 100 into 10, but
Sorry,
I got confused.
sorry, what?
1 divided by 100, each of it fails. I got confused. I was thinking, but then when I took this approach, I was able to get to the solution.
Right.
Is there any alternate approach to this?
Yeah, yeah. So you do probability one link will fail, then probability two links will fail.
Yes. Yes.
So you'd add all of these. You'll get the same answer.
Okay. Add. Okay. So I was trying to multiply here and I couldn't get it this way. That's why I went with the second.
No, no, no. So tell me, what is the probability that one link fails?
1 divided by 100.
That's it. Other links are not failing. You'll not take care of that.
1 divided by 10.
Why one divided by 10? What are you doing?
But out of 10 links, one is failing.
Yeah. So
So it will be 1 by 10 only, no?
why 1 by 10? What is 1 by 10?
Okay, 10 by 10 it will be. All the
What?
links.
So Neetika, so first you have to decide. So probability. So let's say there are 10 links and we are looking at only one link fails. So actually, this can become a question. Why don't others solve it? Why am I solving it? So let's try to calculate the probability. One link will fail. Okay. You can share your answer in the chat. Take your time. You have 2-3 minutes. Aram said. If you need more time, I can give you that. So take your time so you can share your answers to this question. Probability that one link will fail. Okay. Different answers. So let's start with Nilesh. Nilesh, tell me.
So we have considered one will probability that one will fail is, so one will fail, that is 1 by 100 into other 9 will succeed. So 99 divided by 100, 9 times this, like this.
Okay. Okay. This is the answer. This is your answer, Nilesh.
Yes, yes.
Nikita, you have the same answer.
Yes.
Hmm. Ramyadeep, you have a different answer, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Actually, I considered which one will fail, so I considered the arrangement as well. So 10C1, I multiplied it by 10C1. Out of the 10, which one will fail?
This into 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to stick to your answer or you want to change
No,
your,
I want to stick to it.
you want to stick to it. So you're saying we have to multiply it with 10.
Yeah.
Okay, why multiply it by 10?
Because it might be the first one, it might be the second one. So we have to consider all the 10 cases.
Okay. So Nilesh, how do you respond to that?
So if it was given that the 10 chains are different, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like this, then would it would have mattered then to include 10, no? Oh, I'm still confused. I feel if it was given that there are 10 different chains, 1 to 10, but here it is given that any one of the chain can fail, will be equivalent to whole failure.
So any link will fail is okay for you.
Yes.
So if first link fails, the second link fails.
Yeah, yeah.
Then why are you not adding all of those? So let's say if I ask you, so let's say there are 10 links and I ask you one specific link, what is the probability that that specific one link will fail, that one link, by pointing it out? What will be the probability?
1 by 10.
10 कैसे आ गया?
Out of 10, if I had to select one, so
Meaning, let's say there are 10 links and my question is the first link will fail. What is the probability?
1 by 100.
Or let's say basically only the first link fails. 1 by 100?
Yes, 1.
You're not multiply with this?
Yes, yes. The other 9 will not fail. So 99, yeah.
And what is the probability that the second link will fail?
Same.
Same.
Yes.
Ask you that one link will fail. You will not add them up?
So given it is given that even if any one out of those 10 fails, so that's why I didn't consider 10. But now I'm getting confused. I should have selected 10 also.
One link will fail. Right?
Huh.
If any of the those 10 can fail, right?
Yes, yes.
So you're saying the first fails, this is the probability, the second fail, this is the probability. Then wouldn't you want to add them up?
Okay.
All are favorable for you, no?
Yes, yes. So वैसे तो फिर it can be this condition also ना that 2 out of 10 on 2 at the time 2 out of 10 can also fail. That could be one condition as well.
किसमें इसी में वन लिंक विल फेल में
नहीं whole question में
हाँ
मतलब if you're considering all question scenarios.
yeah. So if probability two links will fail, of course you need to talk about various
Okay. Okay.
then you need to calculate 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on.
Okay. So here it will be 1 by 100 into 1 by 100 into 99 raised to 8 by 100 into 10. not 10 into, but
So we'll come to two links. But let's first talk about this. So yeah, this is the answer.
yeah,
For
okay.
one link will fail.
Yes.
Any
Got it.
questions, any doubts around this? Khushbu, is it clear?
Yes, CJ. But I am also thinking, what if in another scenario only the first link will fail?
मतलब वो तो हमने कंसिडर कर लिया ना. This is the answer.
Okay. What if these were not unique? I mean, then in that scenario,
Links are not unique.
I mean different.
Link, how can links कैसे सेम हो सकते हैं? लिंक जो भी चेन में 10 लिंक तो हमेशा डिफरेंट ही होंगे.
I get it. Actually, I mixed two, three things together, but yes, I get it.
So let's talk about this probability that two links will fail. What will be that probability? Same context. So now we are talking about probability two links will fail. You can share your answers in the chat window. Yeah, good. So now you're getting it right. Yeah, the answer will be 10C2. So first you select which two links you would want to fail. And then for that combination, the probability will be two links failing and the remaining 8 links not failing. Similarly, for 3 links, 10C3 into whatever. So this is the way. This is the other way to calculate this answer,
Completely.
which you might just take 2 hours to solve this. Right?
Yes, yes. Thank you for clarifying.
ठीक है. So any pending questions, doubts from today's session? Any takeaway you have? Anybody wants to share anything you learned, took away from today's session?
In probability questions, like paying attention to exactly what is being asked. Like I never really understood how a shift in a word could change the answer totally. So that was something new for me.
Okay, I see.
It was,
CJ, yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, Khushbu.
Sorry to interrupt. CJ, can we do one variation in this question? If the failure of all individual link means the failure of the entire chain.
So all the links need to fail for the chain to fail.
Yeah, so then 0.01 into 0.01 kind, we need to do like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Akansha, you continue.
No, I was just giving like a learning only, nothing more.
Yeah, Nilesh.
One learning for me is even though this is not a learning, but I've seen this with me quite often. Quant में एक वो होता है कि जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना जल्दी sum करना है, and because of that, at times I think in the first sum what I did was 12 into 41 का I had took 12 into 43, even though I had solved the first question, वहाँ पे 12 into 41 ही लिखा था. So sometimes this error happens कि even though you know the number, लिखने में ही खाली गलती हो जाती है. That one case. And second one is also कि वो जल्दी जल्दी करना है इसलिए you skip few cases, yeah, you just try to be fast and come to the solution. So these are some errors which I face, though this can be with practice this can be solved and reduced down.
Sorry, there was some connectivity issue at my end. Yeah, Nilesh, I think you had raised your hand.
Yes, so I'd mentioned कि in quants this happens with me at times. So usually when I'm out of practice, that uh, even though I shared the example of first question. So in first question there was some error I did. That is, instead of taking as 12 into 41 which was given, I took it as 12 into 43. And because of that, even though my concept was clear and approach was right, the solution was wrong. So these are some kind of errors which I
Right.
faced.
Hmm.
So that one thing.
Instead of 43.
Sorry.
So instead of 41, you're taking 43.
या इवन दो इन द क्वेश्चन उसके पहले वाला जो क्वेश्चन किया था उसमें 12 into 41 लिखा हुआ भी था कैलकुलेशन सीट में, तो वही नीचे लिखना था. कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि आई हैव ड्रॉन द सॉल्यूशन बट आई मार्क बिट डिफरेंट आंसर, लाइक 45 by 46 है, तो मार्क करते हुए 44 by 46 हो जाता है. व्हेन वी एनालाइज तब दिखता है कि ये तो मैंने सॉल्व किया था, सही आया था, बट मार्क करते हुए कैसे गलती होगी. तो दिस आई थिंक इज
अच्छा,
बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रश
interesting.
कि जल्दी करना है, कौन में टाइम बचाना है ताकि डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस को ज्यादा टाइम दे पाओ.
Right, right. Hmm. तो क्या क्या कुछ सॉल्यूशन निकाला आपने इसका?
अभी तो नहीं, मतलब once I get into practice, as of now I'm not practicing that extensively, but yeah, with
Okay,
practice I think this can be improved.
I see. Yeah, Kushbu.
Yeah, CJ. I mean, with today's session, I think I never learned these many scenarios from a single question. So that was something, a lot of learning from a single question, and I think it's nowhere written in any forum. And also sometimes when we are solving question and we are not able to solve it, then when we refer any solution, even if sometimes we do not find it comfortable, we accept it. Okay, this has to be like that.
Right.
Okay, there is some understanding in my head, and it has to be like that. But when you made us feel, find the difference between those two scenarios, then I was able to relate. Okay, we shouldn't accept answer blindly. At least we should see where the sentence are showing where there is a mention of end. So detailing to uh, I mean, I can say in quant also we need to make sure that we are reading it properly and applying concepts accordingly, rather than just blindly thinking, okay, this is a probability and just there is and or, but also we need to consider where it is mentioned, so that I am able to get it today from these variations. So thank you for that.
Great. Yeah, so this was a case with me that I would not accept any solution unless it made sense to me, and I would not force any sense. Okay, if it doesn't make sense, I'll say it doesn't make sense. So then it will remain an open question, of course, unless I have somebody to clarify from. Then it will remain open question, and a lot of times my open questions got clarified several weeks down the line or several months down the line. Come across something here, then the insight comes, then yeah, that was the case. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else wants to share any takeaway you have from today's session?
So not a takeaway, but I recently gave a mock and I just wanted to analyze it on where I could improve and all of that. I took it on GMAT. So is there a way to analyze it perfectly? How do I take insights from the mock, basically?
So there are two aspects, essentially, in terms of learning. So one is with respect to the test taking aspect, the other is with respect to clarity aspect. So in terms of clarity, it's about understanding each individual questions, what went through your mind, where you went wrong. So the typical analysis that you do during practice also. Okay, the same
Yeah.
kind of analysis you need to do when you're analyzing a mock, question by question, understanding each option, what you thought, why you went wrong, and all of that. The second aspect of mock analysis is test taking, that, okay, are there questions on which you spent much more time, or on which, sort of does it make sense that you could have moved on? Do you want to create a strategy that it should move on? Or are there questions on which you take calls and it rather made sense that you should have spent more time? Okay, so essentially the calls that you took during the test, it's a time
TJ,
constrained
your
environment.
voice is getting cut, I think.
So that is the second aspect to see which section order made sense in one of my video. I'm on a hotspot right now. There is some connectivity problem.
Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So basically the second aspect is test taking. So usme you have to see the calls that you took, whether of spending more time, or you should have spent some more time on some question and you did not, or the section order that you took, whether that is aligned with what will work best for you. So these are the essentially two major categories of learning that we have from a mock. In terms of test taking, the first is the normal typical learning in terms of doing during your practice also.
So first, should I go ahead with the question level analysis or with the strategy level analysis while analyzing a mock?
Whatever you want, मतलब दोनों ही जैसे मर्जी कर सकते हो. मतलब पहले तो rather it makes sense कि question level analysis पे, so that you can identify कि किस question में you were almost there, किस question में you were very far, and then you can see कि कहाँ calls लेना ठीक था, कहाँ पे मैंने actually calls ली, I moved on, or I spent a lot of time, and then you realize कि ये question तो वैसे भी नहीं होना था. I ended up spending 3.5 minutes. I was still not close. So how can I identify such questions in the future? So then you, of course, analyze other questions also, and then you may realize कि अच्छा इस तरह के questions नहीं होते, या फिर if I'm getting this kind of sense, then it makes sense to take a call and move on rather than spend another 2 minutes on the question.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you, CJ.
Yep. Okay, cool. If nothing else, we are good to go.
So next week we'll be
Have a good
doing
week ahead. Yeah, next week, we'll do something different. You can let me know what you want to cover. We can cover that.
Sure.
Or otherwise, I'll pick something up.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
take care.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.